It is June 1st. It is a beautiful, cool Monday morning, and I woke up fully rested. I actually slept really well, very deeply. Woke up with peace in my heart and peace in my mind, thinking about what has happened in the last 90 days and the last 6 months of this year. We are in the 6th month, and I was just thinking, what has happened? There's been a eruption, almost like a volcanic eruption. And much like a volcano, there's been an undercurrent of so many things that reveal what the collective mind of people are as a whole. And a lot of times we would say what's in the body is what's in the head, or what's in the head is what's in the body. And so I believe that what's in the mind subconsciously of people, what's in the roots, what's in the heart, what's been pushed down and shoved down and tucked under and covered and absolutely hidden. What has not been okay to say, what has not been okay to do or think. All of these emotions are undercurrents that have been driving our society for centuries. And I believe what we have experienced is this wave of things. And it started with a number of things last year, but then it ran into this whole COVID-19 and the coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown of humanity and the awakening of humanity of itself and its position that it's in and its mental and capacity and its spiritual relationship with itself and God and its financial systems and its health systems. And there's all these awarenesses that are being brought forth through a culmination of what I like to call a volcanic eruption. And now here we are dealing with blatant murder, which is not something new for the Black community. It has been going on, but the world was quiet enough for everybody to see. And then to top that off with the threat and the use of racism to destroy or harm, and for the world to be at a place where everyone could really see that and feel that, on top of all of the other uncertainties that are going on in the earth. And so I was thinking as I woke up this morning, and I was giving thanks for myself, and I was giving thanks for my life. I was thinking about how collectively we are all together. Collectively, we are all connected. Collectively, there is no real separation. There's no real, we look different, we speak different, we process things maybe different because of our frameworks, our environments, but we're all connected. We all are connected to the one spirit, the one powerful spirit of God. And because we are all connected, we can all feel the various emotions and the anger and the stress and the joy when we celebrate. We all feel it. We feel the pains and the woes and the uncertainties and the fear and the all of the stuff that's going on. And it's weighty. It's very weighty. And so this morning I was thinking about how if I've got suppressed stuff and you got suppressed stuff and we got suppressed stuff, eventually as a we, this stuff is going to come to the top and the volcano is going to erupt. And I realized that the same way I want love to continue and I want us to unite in love, if anger and fear and rejection and dishonor and disrespect and murder and abuse and neglect, if all of that is still underneath our current and we're all holding some degree of it collectively, then eventually it's going to erupt. And what we're seeing is an eruption. And I believe that that eruption will keep going and get bigger and bigger if we don't internally change. I know it seems crazy. It seems like, no, they have to change because I don't have an issue. But I realize personally that I have to forgive at another level. I didn't really realize, and I don't always realize, that as a society, as a whole, as humanity, we must heal. We must heal from atrocities that were committed years and years and years and years ago. We must heal. When we're looking at the TV and we see the things, the riots, the protests, the things that are going on, they look just like 30 years ago. They look like Roman times. They look like times of Hitler. These things, these scenes keep playing out, which says there's something embedded in our DNA. There's something in our system. There are generational curses. There are generational things that are still lurking underneath, and the currents create eruption. And so I said to myself, I am a powerful being. And because I am in the image and likeness of God, I have a responsibility to heal myself and to heal the world around me. And if every one of us could get that in our mind and really understand the authority and the power of God and what God really is as a spirit, and yes, I hear you, I hurt too, because I personally have experienced some things, and I don't doubt that you have. But I will not hold forgiveness hostage. I forgive. And I'm saying it out loud. Forgive me, God, for holding in old hurts and old pain and old offenses from my childhood of being discriminated against, from my young adulthood, from my womanhood of being discriminated against and feeling the disgustedness. I will not hold hostage these old pains and new pains and offenses that have been. I forgive all people, all white people. I forgive all people that have abused, killed, stolen, destroyed, robbed, and pillaged the lives of my ancestors, even my indigenous ancestors and my family and me for centuries. I forgive all the people that have murdered Black men senselessly and lynching them and hanging them, including Black men and women that have killed one another. I forgive you too. I forgive you for not valuing your life and valuing the life of the person that looks like you. I forgive us for killing one another. I forgive us, and I forgive myself for harboring unforgiveness about segregation and perceptions and perceived white supremacy and white privilege. I forgive myself for envying anything that I perceived that was of greater value that they had that I did not have. And I felt entitled to those things in all fairness. And I maybe neglected my own personal worth and value. Forgive me for holding on to it and contributing and perpetuating the undercurrent, the disease of humanity, of hatred and anger. I forgive myself. And I release all the lies. And I release all the old stories and all old narratives. And yes, they're playing on the screen of life because they're in the people. It's in us, it's embedded in us. And so I'm choosing a new narrative. And I pray that across this world, we all choose, white people, Asian, Indian, I don't care, black, whoever you are, choose a new narrative for you. Choose a new narrative for your life. Write a new narrative and tell that story. No, immediately the world doesn't change, but it can change one person at a time so that we can then do the work that is necessary to heal ourselves and to heal the world. But it all starts internally. I charge you this morning as the family of God. If you are a child of God, search your heart. Search your subconscious mind. Search your fears about people that don't look like you. Search your belief systems and structures and foundations and the things that your parents taught you, the things you learned on TV, the things you held on to because you thought they were true, the fear that you had when a black person approached you and you were by yourself, or the fears you had when a white person, because you didn't know what they really meant or what they really wanted, or you thought they were being nosy so that they can use it against you. Search yourself. I choose forgiveness. And yeah, it seems like the weak way out, but it takes a lot to forgive. It takes a lot. We have to forgive. But we still want justice for all. Not just for us, but for every person. We want justice for all. We want justice for white on white crime, black on black crime, black on white on black, Asian on Asian, Indian on Indian, Indian on Latina, Latino on. We want justice for all. We want once and for all our Constitution for the things that we say we believe in to really be what we believe in. I choose today, and I'm going to work on it every day. I'm not telling you that because I said it today, that those childhood rocks being thrown or those things that happened to me, that I'm 100%. But daily, as I've worked through every other level of my life to be more like Christ, I will work to be whole. I will work to be whole. I love you so much. This is Francina. I hope that you are taking care of yourself in the midst of all of this, that you are healing, you are working, you are recognizing some nasty things, some not so great things about yourself. You're listening to your comments and your opinions, and you're evaluating who you really say that you are. And don't forget to eat right and exercise. There is still an unknown bug called COVID-19 running around. We need to be at our best. I want you to know that I love you still. I love you more. God bless you. I'm being transparent here in this moment. I love you. We're in this together. And you may say, I can't do that. I can't do that. I understand. But forgiveness is of God. And I'm going to work on it every day. Forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, God. Please deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. This is Francina. Transformational leader working on the inside, trying to work some stuff out. Apostle of God, a sent one, a mature one, representing love. Let love continue.